Gotta welcome back Paolo Banchero, young fella. The NBA has missed you and the talents that you possess night in, night out. What up, y'all? I am yours truly, the one and only FERRO. Thank y'all so much for tapping into another straight-up highlight. Some people said they actually enjoying the commentary more than the highlight, which I appreciate. I'm yours truly, FERRO. This is the Orlando Magic and Milwaukee Bucks. We do this every night of the NBA season. A simple get in the bottom right corner. I ain't going to be quiet, though. I'm going to talk my talk. But we are watching basketball. You can just call me a friend around the world as you enjoy highlights throughout the NBA season, which I got to give the NBA credit. You know, you never know what you're getting out of every NBA season. This has actually been one of the NBA seasons where right after Christmas, if you've actually been watching the game, everybody's been picking it up. I don't know what that's about, right? I don't know if Milwaukee winning that in-season tournament really pissed a lot of people off. I don't know. But the games have been a lot better since Christmas. I'm not just making that up. We got a series talking about how the NBA should fix their ratings. So I've been critical, but I'm a truth teller. Things have been a lot better since Christmas as Paolo Banchero, he's back. He nails the three. If you have not done so, please make sure if you want to support me, go to Extra Mile. It's going to be like a $5 support. I'm not asking for nothing crazy. All I'm asking you to do is tap in with my sponsor, Underdog. If you use, like, let's say you invest $5 and you know, get on the app, have some fun. I'm going to match your first deposit. So you'll have $10 to play with, and you literally just picked, like, let's say if you want to, Giannis had 41 points in this. His average is like 30. So let's say you go over 30. You say he's going to score more than 30, you would have won. Paolo Banchero, in his first game back, he scored more than what he's averaging. You would have won, right? So there's nothing more to it. You can withdraw your money at any time. You can use my promo code FERRO. I'm going to match your first deposit up to $1,000. Thanks for that support. Let's get into some action here. Chris Middleton finds Giannis. The news from Milwaukee's perspective is they have decided to bring Middleton off the bench. Kind of similar to what you see Phoenix doing with Bradley Beal. I'm interested to see where Middleton's headspace is. Let's see. Looks like he had a pretty decent game in this one. Look at this as a wake-up call. This is Doc Rivers saying, yo, oh, good crossover from Bobby Portis. This is the, yo, we're not waiting forever for you to fix it. And I did see a quote from Doc Rivers a couple days ago. He just said Middleton's legs are not, I think his ankles are just not responding the way Milwaukee would have liked. There's nothing more than that. He's just probably never going to be the player of old. And then it's kind of one of those combos you have about the NBA is like the Bucks paid him knowing that he probably was never going to be who he was, and now they're kind of stuck. With a crazy throwdown that was from Giannis. Whew. That dude, man. Giannis ain't had a bad season in like 7 years. He doesn't have bad seasons. Like, we take his greatness for granted. As the Silva throws it down. We take his greatness for granted. But pretty much every night this man doesn't cheat the game. Like, you don't see Giannis having 8-point games. This man has dominated this league for over a half decade. Just look at this. And y'all listen, I was a kid when SHAQ was playing, but I've been an astute basketball fan pretty much my whole life. I just love this game. This is what SHAQ looked like. What you're watching from Giannis. Like this right here, this is what SHAQ looked like. Like, this is exactly what he looked like. Now, SHAQ would get fouled more. That's the only difference. He was more dominant than Giannis. And when he got the ball, he was going. But the premise of it of give the ball to the big and he can just overpower you as Dame nails the buzzer beater, 1-point game, that's exactly what SHAQ looked like.
And he knocked down a 3 in the first half tonight.
Like, this is just chest to chest, man to man. What you put in the gym versus what I did. And Giannis loved his chances. But shout out to Banchero. Beautiful looking shot right there. Man, I hate that for Paolo, man. That dude was going to be a, for sure, all-star this year. If not for that freaking, what was it, an oblique injury? I think him and Franz got the same injury. And speaking of Orlando, I do believe there's a good question out there Man, this team feels like they're right there to get to the second round of the playoffs, which would be improvement for them and a step in the right direction, right? Do you make a trade for another big? Are you comfortable with Batiste? With Mo Wagner lost for the season, for those who don't know, he tore his ACL, just actually underwent successful surgery. So he should be back next season. We shall see. But you got Franz playing at a great level, bro. Is playing really good ball. And then you got Banchero clearly looking like the same Banchero before he got hurt, as you can see in this one. I don't know, man. Should the Orlando Magic be shoppers at the deadline? Can they go out and get a center?
Next on the list.
Oh, my goodness. They don't need a center. Because if they get caught up with this team in the second round, I don't see a world. Orlando can't beat this team. They can't beat Boston. Like, look at this. You got to get a center. You got to get a center. You got to go out and get a center. The Bucks may be as low as the 5-6 seed in the East, right? And you got a guy on that team that can dominate the Magic, who probably will be maybe a 3 seed. We'll see. We'll see.
Can't shoot. De Silva can.
De Silva, beautiful looking shot. I think Orlando got to be buyers at the deadline, but I also think everybody should be buyers, unless you're like one of the 5 worst teams. I think Orlando should push it and not take Franz and Paolo's greatness for granted. I think they should go get a big. Bobby Portis to steal. You know, I'm not asking for the world, but they could use a serviceable big.
He'll take the 3. He drills it. Portis gave him too much room.
Like right now, Milwaukee's 4th in the East and Orlando's 5. So right now, these two teams, if the playoffs started today, this would be a matchup. We're halfway through the year. I don't know, man. Like I think Paolo's better than Dame, but there are games where Dame can still be better than Paolo. If Milwaukee's gonna roll out the 2 best players in the series, I think it's gonna be difficult to beat this team. I do. Beautiful looking shot. This could be a first round matchup because nobody's catching Cleveland. And then I think Boston's going to create some distance. And I don't think either one of these teams are going to catch the Knicks. I could be wrong. I think the Knicks just don't take as many nights off as Milwaukee does, and they just got so much more talent than Orlando. We'll see about that one. But this could be a first round matchup. So that's a bad matchup for Orlando. I really believe that. Banchero. Oh, we got a 5-point game with 4 minutes to go here.
Here's Adetokounmpo again.
Oh, my goodness. Sheesh Louise. When he's got that going,
you're in trouble. That is
oh, my
exactly
goodness.
what you want him to do.
41 points for Giannis. 14 rebounds. Another night at the office for that dude. Cole Anthony keeps Orlando around. Cole had 18. Banchero, like I said, in his return game, 34. De Silva had 10 boards. They're just kind of doing group effort here on the rebounds with Mo down. Let's see what happens down the stretch here. We got a 3-point game, 2 minutes to go after Banchero's bucket. It's Dame. It's Giannis. Lord have mercy. They got to go get a center. Yeah, Wendell can't do nothing with that. You got to get a center, dog. And we fast forward in here. So it's, Orlando's going to get a chance, maybe? They get a chance. Banchero missed a 3. Wait, what happened? He got fouled on the floor.
Paolo, he's got it. It's up. It's no good. It wouldn't have counted. Scott Foster says, nope, too late. It didn't go in, and that's the end of the game.
Wow.
Milwaukee holds on 1.
It's a tough loss. If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is FERRO, your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is FERRO.